We've got our week 7 picks. First up, Memphis Showboats at Arlington Renegades, a 1 p.m. game on Saturday. Renegades -3. The over-under is 45. I'm taking Renegades, taking the under, and I'm taking Renegades in the money line. I think finally the Arlington Renegades, your XFL champion Arlington Renegades, get off the snide. I think they can beat Memphis. Memphis offense. To me, Memphis is almost, I thought they would be a great team. I think they're kind of one of the worst teams in the league. I think Renegades could finally beat a team. Though Case Cook has come out and play well, they're just struggling offensively. Their identity, we thought they would be a high-powered offense, and it's just not. No running game, suspect offensive line. So I think Arlington has been close multiple times, only losing by 1 point. I think Arlington can beat Memphis Showboats. Game 2, the game of the century in spring football, the greatest game in the history of spring football, to have all you nerds that go, well, what about 1983, like in the modern era? Well, then what about one of the biggest spring football games of all time, St. Louis Battlehawks at the Birmingham Stallions. That is at 4 p.m. I already told my wife, I was like, I want to be home to watch the game. Stallions -3.5. Over under is 47.5. I'm going Battlehawks. The call is the law. They've been hot. They've been able to put up points. AJ McCarron coming home. You got a big game. AJ, he's there. I'm picking the over. Battlehawks. I think they will win it. Adrian Martinez, I think maybe the Battlehawks defense can shut him down a little bit, take away his running game, which will make him throw more. I mean, he's still, an MVP candidate. You're basically talking about the two MVP candidates. I would be stunned if Matt Corral was in there or does a swapping thing, which I heard that the Stallions aren't doing that anymore. It's like, it's your game. You're playing the whole game. Both quarterbacks agreed to that. So I think the Battlehawks could cause the law. Stallions could win, and I wouldn't be surprised at all. I bet against the Stallions a couple times, and I continue to lose. So they could, and they're a stacked team. They've been together for a long time. They're getting some injured players back. It's going to be a tough test. I do think maybe they'll throw up some points. We'll have to see how it plays. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a betting person, I would go Birmingham under Birmingham on the other side too, to protect your bet. You could do that as well, and I wouldn't blame you for that. Game 3, a lot of also playoff implications. Michigan Panthers at DC Defenders. America's team, your team at noon this Sunday. Defenders -1, so they're really thinking Michigan Panthers are going to win. The over-under is 43. I've got Defenders. I've got the over. I think they're going to take it. The Defenders have been kind of Jekyll and Hyde, like kind of getting it pulled together. It will be at home. I just think Danny Etling is not the guy. If it was EJ Perry, I would be very worried. They've had some injuries. Frank Gainda is out for the season, I believe. The big defensive player of the year in the USFL, he's out. So I think that Michigan has beat lower ranked teams, but hasn't been able to beat the higher ranked teams. DC Defenders, this is going to be a great matchup. I think DC Defenders wins it out. And then San Antonio, Houston Roughnecks, which also has playoff implications. All of these games do. I mean, if Arlington wins or Memphis wins, they're still in it. Arlington is out. San Antonio, if they lose and the DC Defenders win, then that will help the DC Defenders and Houston Roughnecks. They're trying to stay in the playoff hunt mathematically. This game's at 3 o'clock. Brahmas -3. Over under is 40. If it was not Quentin Dormandy at the quarterback, I would say San Antonio is going to win this one. And the over, he's Jekyll and Hyde. Sometimes he's really hot, sometimes he's not. But I got the Brahmas, and I've got the over in that game. As far as Finn's parlay, which has hit twice in a row, I got the Brahmas with the spread, the over-under. I've got the over in the Battlehawks Stallions game, and then the Renegades as your money line pick. $1 pays $5.31. So you want to check that out. And I've done, the math for my parlay for the over-under stuff. $1 pays 13. The money line pays $12.10, and then the spread pays $12.89 if you want to go that route. As far as picks for the DFS, which I have not won any so far, I've got Adrian Martinez I know I'm picking him in one respect, but I don't know. I just think he's been playing so well. He could surprise me, and Birmingham could surprise me and just mop up on the St. Louis Battlehawks. So I have Adrian Martinez as kind of my backup. West Hills going against DC. It's hard to pick, but 153 yards from John Lovett last week. West Hills probably can do that too. Plus, with the quarterback situation in Michigan, Hakeem Butler has just been on fire lately. They're going to go to him a lot in this game as well. You're going to pay up for him. I have Grayson from Houston at 4,100, 5.4. Just again, a cheap guy in there. Vinny Papali, I've got in there. He's kind of consistent. He'll get you a bunch of catches. Sometimes he'll get a touchdown, sometimes not. 8.8, he's 6,400. And Mariner, who did good last week, I have him for Michigan also at 8.4. That's 56, 5,600. And then the Stallions defense. So kind of went more on the Stallion side of things, but I have Hakeem Butler. I really paid up for Hills, Martinez, and Butler, and really kind of had to fill in best I could with my lineup. Jim's lineup does better than me. He's got Martinez. He's got Devontae Smith, which he says he was asking me. He wasn't sure if, I'm sorry, if Devon Smith is out, and I think he is out and injured. I think he's out, so you might have to replace him. And then he's got Martinez starting this week as well. They already have got a playoff spot locked up and may as well start protecting the running QB, but he could be wrong. I think Martinez is going all in for this game. This is a huge game. So I think Martinez is good. Calvin Harmon has been great for DC. He's been their only bright spot on offense. Hopefully that continues this week. Why not? Just keep going to him. Davis from Memphis, we've been using him too. It's 7,700. He's got him. 11.9 is his fantasy points per game. He's got Peyton. He's been up and down from for Arlington. J.P. Peyton, Javante Peyton, 6,700. He's got him at 11.7 fantasy points. That's a good pick. Mariner, he's got him as well, 5,600. And then the Brahmas defense, which I think is a good pick as well. So there are two kind of options that you can go with your DFS lineup to give you an idea of what to do. You've got my picks. So go out there and make some money. Make some money for you. If you're married, make some money for your wife and be like, hey, I did it for you. You can get her a bunch of money, and then you could buy some flowers or get her a massage or something like that. Let us know what you think in the comments, of course. What are you picking this weekend?